Okay, there's the fish on. Finally. Now this feels a little big. All right, guys, so we are at American Legion Park Pond this morning. Went and looked at the schedule for trout stocking and picked a pond that is being stocked today. It's a pretty big pond, generally speaking, but they also put a lot of trout in here, well over 1,000. Okay, we got some worms. That seems to be the universal cheat bait for trout. You know, let's not kid ourselves here, guys. I'm not using dry flies on the Colorado River, but this does work very well for these ponds here in Texas. Gotta loosen up on this drag. I got a very small hook, size 10 eagle claw. So I want a very light drag. If something takes it, turns out to be bigger than a trout, which is quite possible. There's a lot of good drum in here. And of course bass and catfish. So quite possible that we're gonna get a hookup on something that's bigger than a trout. I've already got something pulling on the line here. Okay, there's the fish on. Finally. Now this feels a little big to be a trout. Honestly, I would guess this is a drum or a catfish. Yeah, the way it's fighting. I've got a light drag because I've got that small hook, and this fish is pretty far out. So let's find out what we have here. Wouldn't it be amazing if it was like the one big trout they stocked? I doubt that's what this is though, so let's find out. It's fighting like a drum. My money's on drum. Alright, getting close now. Doesn't want to come up to the surface yet. Could be a catfish, I suppose, but let's see. Still down there. This water is actually pretty deep. Oh yeah, right on the money with that one. It's a drum. He's got himself hooked around his fin there. His white. There you go. That's why he's fighting so hard. Not a bad fish by any means. Especially this guy. He's fat. It's a fat fish. Look at that. Look how chunky this fish is. That's a fat drum. Holy smokes. Anyway, not what we were trying to catch though. Let's get the hook out of his mouth. There we go, he's out. Chunky drum. Look at that, he's a football. This must be like a gravid female. Anyway, let's get this fish back. I'm currently the only one on the board now. Get out of here. Okay, so this is what we came out here for today. So Texas Parks and Wildlife has shown up with their trout stocking truck and trailer. So I'm gonna go try to get some of this on film real quick. I don't wanna obviously get in the way of these guys working, but this is too cool not to show you. Guys, look at all those fish. That is so cool.
There you go.
Oh, first catch of the day. That's super cool. Right off the bat, which shows you how voracious a predator a trout can be. Any other animal being taken from one place to the next, they get incredibly stressed out. It's one of the things at the zoo that my team had a big part in, is transporting animals, and that was one of the big rules of thumb, is make it as short as possible, because animals get stressed during transport. And here you have these trout literally getting shot into this lake, and instantly they're on the hook. Every now and then you can see, yeah, right there, you can see one of these fish just break the surface of the water. That's absolutely incredible. And there you have it. That's how this is done. You know, they're not a native species to this area, and they can only stay here for a short amount of time. And that's how you get these incredible fish from one location to the next. So this is what I'm throwing at the moment. Just a small spoon, a Johnson Splinter. This is what is that? A 1/4 an ounce. So about as much as this microlight rod can manage. But I'm just tossing out the small spoon, 6-pound line at, I keep seeing little shad flip out of the water. Every time I see that, I throw this right behind them and I pull it through the commotion. Let's try to see if we can get something hooked up on this spoon today. Oh, big fish hit, guys, big fish on a spoon, but this is not a trout. Pretty sure I hooked one of the good bass out of here. Oh, it's a drum. Look at that. On a spoon. That's the first for me. God, these things. It's not what I want to catch. Oh, but it's a good one. That's a good fish. Man, these guys are fat. Wow, look at this guy. That is a chunky fish. Look at that belly. These have to be gravid females. And there it is. Took that spoon as I was retrieving it near top water of all things. I mean, I guess they shouldn't be that much of a surprise. I mean, they are drum after all. You know, I wouldn't be surprised at all if a red drum did this. A freshwater drum really shouldn't come that much as a surprise either. I'm just so used to catching these on live baits and dead baits. That's a chunky, chunky fish. Look at that. That is a chunky fish. That fish is nearly as wide as it is long. Let's get this one back. Right there. Always fun. Especially on lures on light tackle, you know, throwing a spoon on 6-pound line, getting something like that is a lot of fun, but still not what I came for. All right, final stop before I call it a day is this little ditch that runs right off of the back of the lake, or I guess the front of the lake, depending on which way you're coming from. When I was over here earlier, I was fishing the lake on the corner, but I heard a lot of splashing in here. And I threw in a small jig and I got one hit, but I lost it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk over here on the shallower end of it and just give it a few shots. Yeah, see right there? This is a great spot, guys. Look right there. You see how we got this this drain tunnel coming out right here? Even though it's not in the water, a lot of people think you got to cast into these things to get fish, and that does work. You get tremendous fish that way. Remember that as water spills out of here, it's going to carve out a deep pocket right there. That's where I'm going to try and put my lure. Could be fish hiding in there. Yep, right there. Perfect. I knew it. I knew there'd be one of these little guys. calm down. It's okay. He's about the size of the trout that I wanted, but alas, he is a bass. And this is the only time you'll hear me complain about bass fishing, which I used to not like. And then I wised up and learned the ways of this amazing fish. And I was like, damn, these are the best fish ever. There we go. Perfect. Anytime you're fishing big water, if there's a tributary of some sort of small water like this coming off of it, give it a go, because there's always going to be something great hiding in there. Most of the time, there's great fish, and that's one of them. Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I reckon that'll just about do it for us today, guys. Came out for the rainbows, stayed for the drum, bass for dessert. So yeah, it's a little bit disappointing coming out on a day where they're stalking the fish, the trout that I want. Didn't get any fish, but still really cool to see it in action. Got to see some trout. I saw somebody else catch trout, which is cool. It's nice to see that. Anyways, don't forget to like this video, guys, and subscribe to the channel. When you do subscribe, hit that little bell. That way when I upload a video, you'll get the notifications straight away. It's like right there in the bottom right-hand side of your screen. So that little bell down there, hit subscribe and hit that little bell right there. If you want to help support the channel even further, check out our Patreon page. See the list of all the things in the description to this video that you would get in return for becoming a patron. Extra videos, some of my best fishing spots, access to cool giveaways. We're about to do our first big giveaway for the main channel. We are about 1,400 subscribers shy of 20,000. I know that's not a whole lot compared to many other YouTubers, but it'll be a good milestone for us to hit here. As soon as we hit it, I'm going to do a big giveaway. I've got a Fluger President limited edition reel. I'm going to get a combat knife from Cold Steel and a tactical backpack, and then I'm going to fill that with lures. All of those items together are going to be shipped out to one lucky winner. But to do it, you got to be subscribed to the channel. So subscribe now, go ahead and get it out of the way. Don't wait until I announce the giveaway. Go ahead and get your name in the possible running right now. As soon as we hit 20K, big time giveaway. More is coming, guys. Stay tuned, and until it's here, I'll see you guys later.